A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a recent interview, Vice President JD Vance ignited a fierce backlash in Britain with his remarks about the security situation in Ukraine. During a segment on Fox News, Vance downplayed the significance of troop contributions from allied nations, stating, 20,000 troops from some random country that hasn't fought a war in 30 or 40 years do not provide the security assurances that an economic deal with Ukraine would. This statement has been met with outrage, particularly from British politicians and military figures, who feel it belittles the sacrifices made by their forces in conflicts alongside the United States. Vance's comments, made during a discussion about the Trump administration's approach to Ukraine, were perceived as a direct slight towards Britain and France, the only countries that have pledged military support to a peacekeeping force in the region. Critics, including Nigel Farage, a prominent right-wing figure in the UK and ally of former President Trump, were quick to condemn the vice president's remarks. Farage stated, JD Vance is wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We stood by America all through those 20 years, putting in exactly the same contribution. The context of Vance's comments is crucial, as they come at a time when the geopolitical landscape is tense, with Russia's ongoing aggression in Ukraine raising questions about the commitment of Western allies to support Ukraine militarily. The vice president's remarks seem to dismiss the historical contributions of British and French troops, particularly in Iraq and Afghanistan, where British forces have suffered significant casualties. James Cartledge, the Shadow Defense Secretary for the Conservative Party, highlighted the importance of recognizing the sacrifices made by NATO allies. He pointed out that NATO's Article 5, which states that an attack on one member is an attack on all, was invoked only once in history, after the September 11th attacks, when Britain and France sent thousands of personnel to assist the US in Afghanistan. Helen Maguire, a spokesperson for the Liberal Democratic Party and a former captain in the Royal Military Police, added her voice to the criticism, stating, JD Vance is erasing from history the hundreds of British troops who gave their lives in Iraq and Afghanistan. I saw firsthand how American and British soldiers fought bravely together shoulder to shoulder. 6 of my own regiment didn't return home from Iraq. This is a sinister attempt to deny that reality. In response to the backlash, Vance attempted to clarify his comments, asserting that he did not specifically mention Britain or France in his remarks. He characterized the interpretation of his statement as absurdly dishonest and argued that there are many countries offering support for Ukraine that lack the military experience or resources to make a meaningful impact. Despite his attempts to distance himself from the fallout, the damage appears to have been done. The headlines in British tabloids have reflected the national sentiment, with The Sun running a story titled Vance Shame, capturing the outrage felt across the political spectrum. The incident underscores the challenges facing European leaders as they navigate their relationship with the Trump administration and seek to solidify a unified response to the crisis in Ukraine. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron are under pressure to secure American backing for a potential peacekeeping force, which they believe is crucial for any successful resolution to the ongoing conflict. With Vance's comments stirring controversy, the conversation around military support for Ukraine has become even more complex. As European leaders work to present a united front, the implications of the vice president's statements may have lasting effects on transatlantic relations and the overall strategy for dealing with the Russian threat. As the situation continues to evolve, it remains to be seen how the Trump administration will respond to the criticism and whether there will be a shift in their stance on military support for Ukraine. The stakes are high, and with tensions rising, the need for a cohesive and respectful dialogue among allies has never been more critical. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.